We haven't heard back from Rob. Oh.
Where the fuck is...
Oh, you don't do placeholders anymore. You use OBS, right? Okay. I'll have to wait till then to get the chat up. Let me go ahead and open up a YouTube window so I can mute it. Okay.
You ain't live yet, are you? Oh. Well, then we're going. Never mind. Jumping the fucking gun. Where's the fucking... There we go.
Blowing our load.
Here we go. I gotta open the chat on my iPad because my laptop decided to update like 5 minutes ago and it's slow as fuck. Let's see.
Hello, governors. Cheerio, chat.
Hello, everybody! Blasted to Stash It, episode 100. I blew out. Oh, there we go! Woohoo! So, thanks everybody for showing up. Let me get this stupid hat off here.
I'm taking mine off.
Yeah, we don't, I'm not going to keep that thing on forever. We'll jump right into the movie quotes, but we'll change it up. If Jeremy remembers movie quotes, do you have a quote for tonight?
I do.
All right, let's hear it.
Anybody want a peanut?
Brother want a peanut.
Anybody want a peanut?
Oh,
I really mean it. Anybody want a peanut?
That is, I quoted that movie a couple weeks back. Princess Bride.
That's it.
That's
That
it.
is the Princess Bride.
How about you, Drew? Quote?
Skip me. Come back. Hold on.
Brownie's already taking effect.
I'm bleeding.
What about you, Paul?
Mine's from 2010, is a comic book movie. First character goes, well, how did I get a hold of you guys? Second one says, just contact the mayor's office. He's got this giant light he shines in the sky. It's in the shape of a giant cock.
Oh my God. They just re-released that comic too, didn't they? With the female lead.
Yep.
Come on, Mike. You know what it is?
A giant cock?
Well, you know what that is, but
That's because he stayed in the room with you, right?
no, he didn't. Drew did.
Oh, that's right. Drew did.
Gosh dang it. What is it, Paul?
Kick ass.
Kick ass. Come on. You don't remember that line?
Kick ass.
That's what's her, that's the girl character saying that. She's being a smart ass.
Yeah, hit girl.
Hit girl.
Hit girl.
Okay. Mike, you're up. What's your quote?
Hold up, wait. We're
Hold
check
up.
the chat out. But before we do, congratulations on 100 episodes. We got Jeremy, former Blasted or Stash It member, back for one episode here. And in the chat, we got a bunch of people saying congrats. We got Uncanny Kyle Walker, Splash Page Comics, reviews from the Bat Cave.
What was that?
He said that
You were implying something there?
Reviews from the Cough Cave.
yes.
Oh, okay.
And
Gotcha.
my quote, if I could find it, is right here. I forgot what year it is. 1977, 78.
Oh, good Lord. Going back.
Fellows, let's be reasonable, huh? This is not the time or place to perform some kind of half-ass autopsy on a fish.
Shape of Water.
No, but I recently watched that movie, and it's pretty fucking
I'm going to say Alien.
No.
Jaws?
Splash.
It is Jaws. Jeremy got it.
I took a shot in the dark, guys.
How about you, Drew?
Figures is in the house.
All right.
She
Go ahead.
she just said congrats on 100.
All right. I found mine. Are you fucking crazy? Now, they may be gay, but that's not their son. That's the ape. And you know what? I think I would recognize an ape if I saw one, okay? The only thing I do recognize right now is the political fiasco I'm about to avoid by letting this butt-fucking Brady Bunch go.
Wow.
Jane Silent Bob Strike Back.
There you go.
Oh, wow. Mine's from 1988. Oh, something's strange is afoot at the Circle K.
Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted's. I just watched that this morning, and I told my wife we're going to watch it. I said, that's a movie I thought I'd never, ever watch again or need to, but we watched it. So, jumping right into the books. Drew, what's your first book? We could start with the one that's going to cause the most.
Let's go ahead and burn this matter down.
Turmoil is afoot at the Circle now.
We're going to start with the absolute blast of the week. This book is terrible. I hated it. The Man of Steel, Brian Michael Bendis, should not be writing Superman. He has done his best to undo everything that has been done greatly over the past almost 3 years. It's just not where things were going. Not only does he try to retcon Krypton's continuity, he throws some Green Lantern cosmic stuff in there, and Bendis and other people's continuity does not mix. This is I'm gonna pick up the whole event and see where it goes, but I have a feeling that this will be the last Superman I buy for quite some time. It's just he even goes as far as to introduce a new love interest for Superman, and we don't even know what happened to Lois, and he's already flirting with some chick.
Lois is honestly, in there.
This makes. Is she?
Yeah.
Where is she?
She's in there.
But where? She's missing. She's missing in this book. She's not in there. She's in the very back of the book, and then you find out that she's been missing.
Okay. No.
And he's already flirting with some other chick.
My question for you is, has Tomasi been writing this book for the past 3 years?
Tomasi has been writing the main continuity of Superman in his solo title. There's been guests to fill in for arcs because it is a bi-weekly book. And I think that Dan Jurgens has also been doing the Action Comics stuff. So they've been kind of tag teaming the continuity. They've been working really well together with it. And this is just nothing like what any of that was. And, I expected it to be different. But this is, I just don't like it. He's got John having a growth spurt and growing too far out of his Superboy costume. So he's going to change the Superboy costume. That costume's been awesome. Why would you change that? What is the purpose of this? It's just most of it was just absolute garbage to me, and I am not a fan.
I think you're just upset that Tomasi.
Good luck with defending it. I'm probably going to tune down a little bit.
Go ahead, Jeremy. What was your take on Man of Steel #1?
I loved it. Granted, I hadn't been keeping up with Superman or Super Sons lately, so I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know where Lois is, and I don't know what's up with John. Like I said, this was I didn't get that he was flirting with the new chick, but I was wondering where Lois was and where all that was. I liked the way it was written, but I mean, I don't want him to do away with Lois and John. That's for sure, and that's what I read somewhere that he's going to kill Lois and John. He's going to take them away. So that sucks. But it's my pick of the week. Everything that I read, I didn't read 4 books though, so. And I hadn't been reading anything lately, so I read 4 books just for this show. So that was the best one I read.
What about you, Paul?
Drew, allow me to retort. I went into this not expecting.
The floor is yours, sir. The floor is yours.
I went into this not expecting to like it, and I actually kind of did. I mean, I thought the art was really good. I don't think he was flirting with this chick, but I think she was getting all creamy for him.
Yeah, she heard him and turned around and made eye contact. That is a flirt. He was playing the game. His wife is God knows where in a white flash of light, and he's flirting with redheads. Come on, man.
And you talk about the continuity they've set up for the past 3 years, because DC's known for their continuity, right? That's why every 3 fucking years they have to nuke the entire multiverse because they fuck it all up. So changing the continuity a little bit, they've retconned Superman so many fucking times. I don't know that you can ever say anything was true. So, I mean, the art was really good. Story was okay. I'm okay with it. I'll pick it up.
Mike.
Yes, sir. I am ready.
Yes.
Whoa, hold up. We got Exile State Comics in the house. Aim High Comics is in here. He said, "Grats on 100." Cat Ren hates Superman as well. And
yes, Cat. If Bendis kills Superboy, I'm going to drive out to his home and give him MRSA again.
Did I say Area 51? I think I did, but I'm going to say it again because I love that man.
He's going to drive out there and give him MRSA again.
I like Aim High's comment.
I didn't. It's my shit book of the week. I thought the villain was cool. What's his name? Ragu or something.
The Great Ragu. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. What the hell? What the hell is his terrible ass name?
Rogol Zar.
Rogol Zar. What the? Come on.
I mean, yeah, I didn't care.
Turn that in.
Care for the story, and I say he was trying to hit that fire chief.
Yup.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even continue to pick this up. I think one of y'all mentioned the best part was the art, and Alex the Comic Hoarder put a thumbs up for you.
The art, didn't he? The art's gonna be.
Yeah, he's the artist.
Well, see, here's the thing: whether it's good or bad, I've already bought all 4 issues because they're on pre-order from mycomicshop.com. So I can't say I'm not.
Fabic did like the last 2 pages.
What now?
Well,
Fabic.
Yeah, Jason Fabak. I forgot he did the
Fabic.
So
I expect everyone in the chat to enter our contest tonight. Where's what's his name? Captain Dadpool. He used to, jump off the chat and enter our contest.
Before the show was over.
Right when the show was over, he'd throw a video up. Where's old Captain Dadpool at? I miss that guy.
So my take on it, I actually enjoyed this book.
Oh man.
I put this book to the side because I was like, I don't want to read it. I don't think it's going to be good, And I actually picked it up and I read it and I thought it was decent. I didn't care for Flirty McFlirtyton, the redheaded fire chief. Well, that was kind of corny. But where does it say that Lois is missing? He goes back to see Lois and John at the end of the book. Is he thinking back to an event that happened, or did that happen in real time?
Thinking back to an event that happened. You can tell that Lois isn't there at the Daily Planet.
Yeah, because in Action 1000, there were stories. Wasn't there a couple stories in Action 1000 where she's not there, so they're giving away her her office?
Yeah, it time hops. That's going to be covered in this in some way, shape, or form. But they're gone. It time hops.
Exile State and Cat, we haven't talked about the contest yet. That'll come later. Liking the covers is in here. 4963.
Don, the comic book junkie.
21 people watching right now.
But actually, I did enjoy this. It's not my pick of the week by any means, but it definitely was a good book. I regret not reading it sooner in my stack. But definitely, it's a stash for me, and I'll look for. I think there are 5 issues total. Different artists on each issue, I believe, or maybe just on the cover. I don't know, but I know Adam Hughes is writing or drawing one of the covers.
Maybe it was my pick of the week because I have not sure what's going on in the other book, so I had no idea that the Don stuff and the Lois stuff. I liked it though.
Yeah. Since you only
high point, I'll give it that. It's a pretty book. But just nothing going on in that story is what I wanted.
You said the same thing about Tinder. It's a pretty picture. I don't care what the content is. Just show me that pretty picture. That's all you care about.
That's a different game altogether, brother.
So since Jeremy, you only have 4 books this week, I'm going to go ahead and since you just talked about one of them, we're going to go to Paul with his first book. Although he's notorious for only reading 3 books too. So
I read 5 or 6.
Go ahead,
Happy
Paul.
Rusev Day.
Let's do Marvel 2-in-1. I think it's number 6. This is still probably Marvel's consistently best read. It wasn't as good as some of the earlier ones, but it's still better than 98% of fuck Marvel crap. I'm still looking forward to the payoff at the end, so I'm going to continue to pick it up. The art's been great, and I mean, this one just felt kind of like it didn't really advance the story enough for me, but like I said, I'm going to keep picking it up.
Mike, do you read Marvel 2-in-1 this week?
I did not. I'm broke.
You're working now. I read this. I read this too. This is definitely. I agree with you, Paul. This has been a consistently good book. My wonder is, as soon as the Fantastic Four comes out is it August, I believe, are they going to drop this title and it's just going to be Fantastic Four at that point? That's my question. But this has definitely been consistently a good book. I love the giant-sized thing. He ends up fighting the Galactus-sized Doom. Definitely a good book and a good story. And looking forward to more on this guy. So,
and bringing some characters in that I didn't really expect, like Emma and...
Yeah. From the new world they're in right now, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. What about you, Drew?
That's a stash all day. I've been loving this. I like Zdarsky's writing. I think that he works with these characters really well. I'm a little upset that he's not getting the Fantastic Four, considering how well he's done this so far. But I don't know if this is going to continue to be a thing. Hopefully it is. And we get some more, hopping through dimensions with them. And it's been really fun. Kind of like Exiles with Fantastic Four. I'm digging it. This is definitely a stash. The art is beautiful. The Galactus Doom is just a fantastic concept. I loved it. Thought it was great.
Yeah, I hope they give him something good if they end this, because his writing has been fantastic.
Right. He's doing a good job on Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man as well. But that story for me, the first arc on that, was I didn't like the story as much as I really enjoyed his character work, but overall I couldn't keep up reading it, so just lost me. I've been buying it but not reading it.
Okay, moving on. Mike, what's your first book?
Big shout out to Funk Off. Who else is in here? Double S comic reader, SS comic reader. He said Mike is still tightening up the purse strings. What else? I saw JLS in here. Happy Rusev Day. I just recently started. Well, past 2 months.
Hey, you got something in the corner of your mouth there, Mike.
Do I?
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know, dude. You tell me.
It's your finger.
No, I think it's gone now. No, I might still be there. I don't know. Go ahead. Sorry, I disrupted you.
Lana's fucking hot, man. I love Lana.
Yeah,
anyway,
agreed.
But anyway, let's do, what book am I doing? Aquaman / Jabberjaw #1. Now, I am not a fan of these Hanna-Barbera crossovers, but I had to pick this one just for that fucking cover. I love the sharks. And this is okay. I mean, I knew what it was. It actually starts off in Amnesty Bay with the whole opening of this book being one big homage to Jaws. And there's a lot of references to that movie. So that really hooked me right there. And then Aquaman, he actually learns the police are closing beaches because of recent shark attacks and the sightings of a huge rogue shark, just like Jaws. That rogue shark happens to be Jabberjaw, and we learn where all these other evil sharks are coming from. And they go on a little adventure together, and it's just cute and fun, and I loved it, especially this cover right there.
Is it Josh Middleton? Same one who did the Batgirl 23 cover.
Is it?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
But so I might even put this on a frame and. But. So,
I ordered that cover. Look at my hair. It's all a disaster. Dang, not enough product. But I haven't read that book. Anybody else read that Aquaman Jabberjaw crossover?
I haven't read it yet.
Drew? No?
No.
Does Jabberjaw's a goofy shark, or is he serious in that?
he's goofy.
He's goofy.
I mean,
For me.
they actually where the evil sharks are coming from, they're being sent through, I guess, time, and they actually go to in the future to Jabberjaw's world, and they meet. He's a drummer in a band. You didn't know that?
Yeah, I knew that. If you ever watched the cartoons, you know that.
Yeah. And they meet the other band members.
Shark is a drummer?
Jabberjaw is my mother-in-law's nickname. Area 51. You just won the chat.
That won the contest. I don't even know what the contest is.
It's not the contest, but he definitely won the chat for this time.
Doesn't he? In the cartoon, he sounds like Curly from the Three Stooges, right?
Yeah. He's silly.
Silly shark. What a silly shark.
You silly shark.
Silly shark. Since nobody else read that, it's my first book. The only other person I think who would have read this would be Paul. But I could be mistaken. I asked him about it earlier this week. Pestilence, Story of Satan, #1. Did you read this, Paul?
My. Story of Satan.
I wasn't able to grab that.
So this is just a continuation of Pestilence. If you read that first 6-issue arc on this, so they just defeated the Black Plague. So this is following 2 years later. The main character, Roderick, is now hiding in France, pretending to be a Frenchman, even though he hates the French. And him and his couple buddies actually find him, and find him in hiding. At the beginning of the book, though, there's somebody at the river using the
Holy Grail.
Holy Grail, yes, correct, thank you. To cure people. They end up stopping him. And we find out that Satan was the one that actually kind of started the Black Plague, and he's coming back out and reinfecting people to move this movement all over again. So definitely, if you love the first arc, definitely pick up this book. I think it's probably my pick of the week for this. Did you read that, Jeremy?
I read some of it. I didn't get to finish it, though. It was a little too vulgar for me.
And nobody else read that on the panel? No? Okay.
No.
Moving on. We'll do a check-in. How's that brownie treating you?
I'm feeling good, baby.
Okay, you feeling good? So why don't you give us your next book? We're back to you.
Let's talk about Batman Prelude to the Wedding Part 1, Robin and Ra's al Ghul, whatever you want to call him. I was not a big fan of the art in this book, but I did like the story. I'm a big fan of Damian, and I think that Tim Seeley works pretty well with these characters. Robin has a hallucination induced by the League of Shadows, and kind of comes to grips with where he stands amongst the Bat family, going into Batman's wedding with Catwoman. It's kind of cool. I enjoyed it. It's a stash.
Did he eat a brownie too?
No, he got a pinprick.
Anybody else read that this week?
I did.
Okay, what about you, Paul? What you think of it?
For the most part, I agree. I mean, it was, the art was decent for me. I'm always happy to see Ra's al Ghul. Damian is awesome as always. But when it comes down to it, this is a filler story that's not really going to have any meaning anywhere. I thought the most meaning of it was the wraparound story with the interaction between Catwoman and Damian. That had some cool moments. But in a couple months, everybody's going to remember the wedding and not this. But it was a decent enough story.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to pick up any of these. I just didn't feel like they'd really make a big difference in the overall wedding story.
Well, the ending of this one might have something to do with it.
Yeah, the ending was pretty.
So, I'm excited for the whole wedding thing.
Mike showing the softer side of Mike here.
Yes.
Hey man, it's the nerd version of the royal wedding. So
yeah, he's gonna tear up.
It is.
Tears are gonna hit the book and lose its value.
Yeah, and it's Tom King's Batman, so I'll read it and I'll say, "Oh, that was pretty good. I didn't like it."
Go ahead, Mike. Sorry, we're cutting you off.
You got Catwoman and Batman getting married. You got Kitty and Colossus getting married in Marvel. All these weddings.
Jeremy, if you're done, Mike. Oh, you're done. He's done. Screw it. Jeremy, you're up.
I think he's done.
All right, my next book, I'll go ahead and go with my co-pick of the week, and I figure Dave will be the only person on the panel that read this, and it's Hillbilly 10.
Yep.
I really liked it. When I can get Hillbilly, I quit putting it on my pull list because they kept canceling it, and it was just like, you know. But when I can go back to picking it up and reading it, I really like it. I like the part where they was like that dude that was his name Tinker. And he was like that girl went in the bar and was like, "There's witches, there's witches gathering," and he's like, "Get out of here, girl!" Talking about there's like Tinker's the smartest man in the world. And then the last panel in the book, like dude come in there and it's like, the sky's black with witches. And they was like, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. We done run them off. Come on, let's go play horseshoes." They walk outside, and it's like witches is just wreaking havoc everywhere, and it's like, "You're an effing idiot."
Yeah. Definitely, Hillbillies have been a stash for me since the beginning. This one, they're leading up to a big battle. So Rondell is getting his people together, and the witches are getting their people together to defeat Rondell. So it's going to end. I don't know if it's going to be issue 11 or 12, but I know Eric Powell is going to stop doing the pencils on this book. He's going to continue to write it, but somebody else is going to jump in with pencils. But definitely continued stash for me, and I like the Hillbilly stuff all around. Paul.
Let's do Last Siege #1.
Damn it! Somebody read that. Okay, go ahead.
You're not missing much. It was standard fantasy 4.2. There's nothing to make it stand out. I mean, there's 1,000 other stories that do the same thing. You know, the mysterious stranger comes in, takes over, and blah blah blah. The art was I'm gonna maybe give it one more issue, but it's nothing to make it stand out.
Wait, what book was this?
Last Siege.
Oh, I read that.
I didn't read it. I have it here. I didn't think anybody was going to read it, so I was going to make up a story and try to fool you guys. But I guess that's out of the works now. I can't do that. But so we'll go back to Jeremy and see what he thought of Last Siege.
I liked it. It wasn't like like Paul said. There wasn't nothing to make it stand out. But I really liked that. You know, it was kind of had a Game of Thrones kind of feel to it, a little bit maybe. I don't know. But that one dude with the samurai sword, I thought he was about it. He was tough. I liked him, and because they kept trying to tell him like kicking his butt, you know. And then like at the end of it, I'm not gonna spoil the end of it, but it's pretty great. I mean, I liked it, you know, not great, but I kind of pretty much agree with what Paul said. It's good. Nothing made it stand out really. Not a pick of the week.
It needs a hook. It needs something to make it not be just the same as everything else.
Push it over that edge. Yeah, I agree.
Sieging. Think about Mike. What's your next book?
What?
I don't know.
Sieging.
Yeah, you're
sieging.
You're sieging. You're Mike the Sieger. Whatever. Go ahead. I tried to transition into something. I tried to do a segue, but it just didn't work.
Let's do.
It failed miserably.
The least graceful segue since Paul Blart.
He went off the cliff like the Segway owner.
Yeah.
Punisher 225. The heroes are still trying to get the War Machine off of Frank, and basically this whole issue is Frank staying 2 steps ahead of them and eluding them. He's actually looking for someone to repair his armor, and yeah, so I've been loving, ever since he put on the armor, I've been loving the Punisher. And the cover for the next issue, I'm assuming this is the cover, is just badass. I gotta grab that. So I guess he's gonna, Zemo's gonna be involved soon. So Punisher's definitely stash. You guys gotta read the Punisher, man.
I have not been picking that up, and I need to go back and pick up those issues. Rosenberg's writing that, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Rosenberg stuff. And I'm excited to see what happens since they, retconned the whole death of Rhodey, brought him back in Iron Man.
And Iron Man 600, right?
Yeah. Well, that was last week, right?
Yeah, that was last week. Iron Man 600.
Okay. So I'm excited to see whether they play that forward into the Punisher or not. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would. Was that Baron Emo? Oh, that was Jeremy. Yes, it was Baron Emo.
I don't know. It's to me about Punisher being an armor. I mean, that's not what Punisher's about. Almost a gimmick like Frankencastle to me. I'd rather see Punisher.
Man,
Frankencastle was great though.
In the 90s, they made Punisher black. So.
Well, didn't he? Remember that. Yeah, that's part of what. Didn't he cross over with Power Man in that one? Is that what it was? Luke Cage.
Yeah.
Anybody else read Punisher this week?
Did not.
So I will take it to my next book. It's probably my turd of the week. I'll take it. Got dinner. Blackwood, #1 by Dark Horse Comics. The whole concept is these kids have been accepted to go to this creepy college. They're all losers. The guy, they're all even admitting they're losers, but it's a creepy college. It's haunted. Whatever. It just did not grab me. Maybe for somebody younger than me, it might be a little more likable, but definitely not for me. I didn't like the art either. This is by Evan Dorkin and Veronica and Andy Fish. So. Not my pick of the week. I thought I heard rumor that this is option for a TV show or something, but I don't know 100%. But definitely, it's my turd of the week for me. Anybody else read Blackwood?
I read about two pages and said, nope, not today.
Yeah, I'm surprised I made it past 2 pages. So we'll jump back into Drew while I bite into my egg roll.
Egg roll.
I thought
you had chicky parm on Sundays.
No, not chicky parm every Sunday.
Okay. Hey guys. Every once in a while, this book comes out. It was supposed to be bi-monthly, and then it was supposed to be like every 2 months. So I don't know when this is supposed to come out again, but we got issue #5 of Doomsday Clock.
Oh yeah.
Doomsday Clock. Anybody remember this? Doomsday Clock?
Didn't that series start when I was in high school?
Yeah, it's been going on forever. Nothing has happened in the first 4 issues. So in issue 5, you know what happens? Fucking nothing. Blasting this. This is terrible. There's like, they find the Green Lantern. Oh my God.
There went his mic. His mic's went ape shit. Your mic went ape shit
again.
Yeah.
Dr. Manhattan just like destroyed you, dude.
Yeah, well, Dr. Manhattan can suck it.
Okay.
Catran says Vampironica #2 was good. I like the first issue. I didn't get #2 because I'm broke. I can't get everything. Now I can. I'm working again, bitches.
Jeremy, did you read Doomsday?
No, I'm collecting it and I'm going to read it in trade like I did Metal.
Paul.
No, I punished myself with the first 4 issues.
Mike?
Drew, hit the nail on the head when he said, it's been so long since #40. I forgot what the fuck was going on.
Nothing.
Nothing. I do feel it's a smidge better, we're getting the inclusion of the Joker in the book now, so I don't know, but it's like a semi-stash for me. I'll keep getting them, but it'll be Christmas before the next one comes out. So.
Yeah,
So,
I'm.
Go ahead.
The Joker showed up, and I just could not be any less interested. I wanted to like it. I want to like this. I want to like it, and I can't. It's terrible.
Chakio said, I think people who like Doomsday Clock have never read Watchmen.
Yes.
That is exactly true. That is right there.
That when I read the first issue, that was the first thought out of my head is they're trying so desperately to be Watchmen, and they're not even fucking close.
It's just so Jeff Johns, you know. He's so self-indulgent. He wants people to pay to watch him whack off creatively.
Somebody's saying, I guess I'm coming in backwards on the screen. What the hell, man?
What?
They're saying that all my text stuff is backwards on coming into them. I'll check it out in the off air. Doesn't matter. I'm here to talk. You're here to listen. Okay.
Wow.
So I think I pushed it just a little too far just then. I actually enjoyed it. I thought this was a better book than the last four. Actually, some stuff did happen. I felt, you know, it wasn't just the new. Man, I can't think of name.
you are flipped on the YouTube side.
Huh, I wonder what the hell. Backwards Dave. I actually thought that this is getting better. I did enjoy the end where Joker's actually in here now. Batman's captured, and the Joker kind of has him wonder what's going to happen. Not saying it's the greatest book in the world, but it definitely seems better than the last four issues. So it's a stash for me. I'm going to get into getting all 12 just because. So
maybe the backwards thing is a good thing. We'll go back in time to before this stupid fucking series started.
Maybe. Oh,
I think it's all tied into the three Jokers, which we're never going to find out about.
Face the shelf. Maybe that would work. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
He's saying, turn your ass around.
Turn around.
Okay. Paul, what's your next book? I'm gonna stuff my face with April now. Go ahead.
Let's do The Realm. I've really liked this series, but to me, this issue just didn't seem to really go anywhere. And it was very, very wordy. I found myself skimming through it because I'm like, I'm not going to read all this for nothing actually going on. You know, it didn't advance the story for me really at all. I'm still going to stick with it because one bad issue doesn't spoil the run, but if it doesn't get back into form, I'm probably going to end up dropping it soon.
Mike, you haven't read it?
I haven't read it yet, so.
Oh, you got the Virgin.
I haven't. Comics with Bueller is in here.
You take that however you want, Mike, but you got the Virgin, right? Cover. All right. I got the backwards cover. I got the backwards variant. So I thought this was pretty good. And, you know, there's actually not a lot of talking between Rook and I forgot this guy's name right here, this other main character. They don't like to talk very much. It does give a little more backstory on kind of what happened, not the full thing. Kind of gives us a timeline on when it happened. I did like the interaction between the people wanting the toll from the bridge and his group. He was kind of coming there cool and kind of knowing what they were going to do, ended up taking control of the situation. I really enjoyed that. I think this was better than the last couple books too. So definitely it's a stash for me. See, Paul had to leave because it was a stash for me. So I don't know. I'll tell you, Paul. All right. But definitely good book. Drew, how about you? Did you read that one?
I did not read that one.
Oh, okay. It's Mike. You're up.
Yeah, Funk Off. You need to check out. He said he needs to check out The Realm. I mean, it's a slow burn, but it's pretty good stuff. The fuck was that? Ghosts in the house. I read in 2 more books. This next one is actually my pick of the week. I don't know, Drew might have read this. It's X-Men Red Annual, #1.
I did not pick that up. How is that not in my stack?
Probably ate a brownie before you went to the store.
Like I said, this is my pick of the
Possibility.
Mike, your headset. No, Drew. Your headset's screwed up.
Again?
Yeah.
It's fucked. Listen brand new.
That's better. That's a lot better. Right
All
there.
right.
Perfect. Right there. Perfect. Mike, go ahead.
So X-Men Annual Red, I'm gonna call this the Jean Grey soul-searching issue, but it's fucking fantastic. She hangs out with a whole bunch of her friends, and she actually hangs out with her daughter. What's her name? I can't think of her name right now. Old Man Logan, X-23, Honey Badger's even in here. Confronts Black Bolt because he's the one who killed Cyclops, and it was just amazing to me. So that's my pick of the week, right there. X-Men Red Annual #1.
It's like every the show. It's nice to have consistency. Mike's gonna have his meat and potatoes. Paul's gonna have his fuck Marvel, and then Drew's gonna have his "ow, my ears are bleeding" moment. So, I picked it up. I didn't read it though. I picked up that cover there. But I haven't read it yet.
Let me see. Where?
Where? That cover.
Okay, I didn't see that cover. Junky ass comic book shop.
So, Drew, you said you didn't read that. Jeremy, did you read that?
Nope.
Paul?
Drew's still talking, but his mic is muted.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten it to it yet.
I guess I got a couple more books. This is one nobody else reads but me, for sure. Killer Be Killed #19. We're getting close to the end of this. Number 20 or issue 20 is the last issue of this storyline. The main character Dylan is in the insane asylum still. Detective's still working on it. She ends up coming to talk to him. He kind of ends up confessing, saying, "Hey, yeah, I'm the one that killed these people, but the Russians are there to kill him and the detective." And he ends up saving her life at the end and kind of showing her what to do because she never has drawn her weapon to self-defense or anything in the field or shot anybody. Was there something going on in the chat?
Yeah, Comics Computer was that Zod asking us to give Superman back.
No. So, Killer Be Killed, definitely a good book. If you ever read this, again, it's by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. Good stuff. Definitely. 20 is going to be a killer book. It seats backwards here, so I figured it's all good there. So I don't know what's going on. Sorry, guys. Drew, your next book? Do you have one? Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I got a couple more books. Let's talk about No Justice #4.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the hell happened in No Justice. I just know that Amanda Waller is clearly a bad guy, and the Justice League has enacted some new members. There's some new team ups going forward, and I'm kind of excited to see how some of this goes. The art was great. It's like Metal Part 2, really. So if you enjoyed that, you're going to enjoy this. Good stuff. I'm going to stash it.
Jeremy, you read No Justice?
I sure did. And yeah, it wasn't one of my pick of the weeks or anything, but I really liked it. The Omega Titans got turned on their brother or whatever. Yeah. It, like he said, I think it's really just it was really just a way for Scott Snyder to lead into what he wants to do with Justice League, and like a way to introduce how the teams were built up and all that kind of stuff, and deal with the whole breaking the source wall and all that kind of stuff. I don't think it was meant to be, but I mean, who knows? It may have lasting repercussions later on. I mean, you know, but for the whole Source Wall thing. But I don't think the Omega Titans were meant to be like a big, you know, dominant threat that's going to be here for a while, because it says that they'll be banished for a millennia or whatever in there somewhere in the book. So I kind of figured that that's why they fizzled out like they did. It was just really like a plot device for him to use to show the new team and everything. So yeah, I'm down. I'm kind of curious to see Darkseid joining the Justice League though. So
What about you, Paul? You read that book?
I did not.
Mike?
Nope.
I did. We didn't even talk about number 3 last week because we didn't have a show. So, I mean, but yeah. I was kind of confused on the first couple of issues, and I wasn't really digging it. Again, this was kind of, as it progressed, I actually enjoyed it more and more. I love how Starro, like they were talking about, they're just like ants or whatever they were against these Omega Titans, and then Starro goes, "Oh, I'm gonna take it." So he ends up going really big and jumping on that guy's face, and then getting ripped apart. That was pretty sad, but
you know,
huh?
Don't talk about my Starro like that.
Yeah, well, your Starro is no more. Your Starro got ripped. Okay.
My chocolate starfish.
I know. You might be able to get stitches.
I liked how Brainiac showed up. He was like, "We're gonna defeat them. I'm gonna take you over here. We're gonna defeat them. I'm gonna tell you where you need to go. Do what you got to do." And then Amanda Waller just completely takes him out with all the psychics, and his head explodes. And it's like, what are we supposed to do? You know. So yeah, so they were kind of like left on their own. I tend to agree with you. Like the first 2 issues were okay, and and then like as it progressed, like issue 3, because I actually because it's one of those weekly.
Okay, you need to go somewhere.
I'm sorry.
You need to go somewhere.
Hey, Kylo.
You want to come up here? Come on.
But I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was a good run.
Come on.
It did set up the team. I think what Drew was talking about, you guys talking about, it's Snyder's ability to be able to go, okay, we're going to set the new team up. We need to have a backstory in order to do that.
Drew didn't say that.
Oh, you said that. Well, I'm talking about what both of you guys said.
Kind of said that, but I think he said it better than I did.
But what I'm saying is I'm agreeing with both of you how this is a device to set up for future. Yeah, whatever. Okay, and this is bye, Jeremy. I'll see you later. No, making me cough again. But I agree with Jeremy. I think Snyder used this as a great device in order to set up the new teams moving forward. Is that better? Is that what you wanted me to say? That works. Okay, good. Sorry, I forgot who said it. I wasn't trying to take credit for him. Give it to Drew. Drew's shaking his head now.
It was me. I said it.
I said it.
It's always me. I don't even know why there's a discussion going on. I obviously said it. I was given credit.
In his brownie deranged state, he said it.
Comic Reader said, any thoughts of DC putting the books at $3.99? Don't really bother me because I order 2 months in advance. So I don't pay $3.99 for them. I mean, I don't. It sucks, but I mean, it's not $5.99. It's not $9.99 like Amazing Spider-Man 800.
Yeah,
which I did not
They're
get.
also not putting out issues that are worth $9.99, except for when they do put $9.99 on them, like they just did with Action 1000. So, I mean, DC's raising their prices was inevitable. They've been losing money, I'm sure, on a lot of their bi-weekly books, and then bringing them back up is, I think a lot of those titles are going to end up going monthly. So you're going to end up getting pretty much the same story for the same cost anyway. It's going to be negligible at best. There's not going to be that much of a difference, I think, overall.
Yeah. Real quick, Jason Smith, everybody congratulated him on being a grandpa. If you ever caught the Bueller's live show the other night, and everybody's congratulated him on being a grandpa. So I don't know if we want to do that here or not. I don't know what the hell it was.
Welcome to the club.
So I don't think it's true. I think they're just giving him a hard time. But
okay.
Yeah. So I'll just continue on to our live show. Where were we on here? So No Justice. There was Drew. Dave, more books, Jeremy? Sorry.
No, that's it.
Okay.
Jason Smith said they raised their price because Bendis went there.
That's probably true.
I don't think it's true.
Hey, man, they got to pay him to ruin Superman somehow.
It's giving Jason Smith a congrats. Paul, how about you? Any more books?
No, I think that was all of them.
Mike.
Dave. I wanted to shout out Miss Hustle. She's been in here for a little bit, so I only have one more book, and that's the Infinity Countdown, Captain Marvel, which, just like the X-Men Red, it's a soul-searching issue for Captain Marvel, but it's done horribly wrong, and it sucks, so blast that. I haven't read Spider-Gwen number... the fuck number is this? 32?
Oh, can we talk about it, even though you haven't read it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I read it.
I got the
picked that up as well. I did. I picked that up. And I did like the original cover as well, because this Daily Bugle cover is pretty cool. This is, I'm telling you guys, I like this book, and I might drop it here because this is a really good place to jump off. They wrap up what's going on with Matt Murdock, the Kingpin, as it says right here on the cover. He gets revealed. She stands over him, and she's victorious. And basically, she finds herself in a way at the end of this story arc. So this is probably a good place to end it. I'm not sure if I'll continue picking this up, but I thought it was really good and had a really nice, succinct ending to this story arc and what's been going on over the last few story arcs. So definitely stashing it.
Yes, about that cover that Mike showed. What's wrong with her eye? She get punched in her left eye or something?
No, it's a Deadpool variant.
Oh, I was gonna say she got one Deadpool looking eye and one Spider-Gwen looking eye.
One's open wide, one's squinting because she's staring down the blade of the katana.
Oh, I get it. But the katana's still in its holster.
No, it's not. This shiny, where the Spider-Gwen's written, that's the blade.
If there's one in her holster.
That Deadpool carries two.
Just messing with y'all.
I was like, wait a minute, what?
Well, I didn't understand what was going on there.
Yeah. Don't.
Also, I'm going to blast this as well. There was some cool stuff with Marvel in here. Been picking up a lot of that Silver Age stuff and loving that character. So I was happy to see that. But yeah, this is terrible.
I think we'll jump into one of the big books of the week. And I know Mike didn't get it. Paul, you didn't read it. Jeremy didn't read it. Maybe Drew read it. Spider-Man 800.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, I got the Del Auto cover, the 1 in 25 variant. But I also got the regular cover, too, because I didn't open that one. 80 pages, the story. Really good story. I think it's a really good wrap-up to the thing, but it didn't hold... I don't think the death in the book was significant enough for what a big story it was. For me personally, I figured it'd be a
who
big.
Died?
I'm not going to tell you. I figured it'd be a bigger character that died in the book, but definitely I thought it was a really good book. It flowed really well for 80 pages. I thought, oh my god, dude, I'm gonna sit here for hours. But it really flowed really well. I thought the story went really well through. The art was really good. It kept me engaged the entire time. You know, I didn't like stop and just go put it down and come back to it. I read the whole thing throughout. Really good book, really good story. Definitely a stash on 800. Don't like the $10 price tag on it, but definitely a good book and to the end of this story for sure. My hair looks like I have a freaking. You ever seen that movie Kingpin where their hair's all flying over this way when they're comb over? That's what I feel like right now.
Shave your head.
No. Drew, what do you think of Spider-Man 800?
I thought Spider-Man 800 was awesome. I'm going to stash it. Probably my pick of this week. I think that this Greg cover was my favorite of the bunch, and I was glad I picked that up. I picked up a couple others as well. I thought the death in the book was poignant. I thought that it served.
I want to know who dies.
Well, then read the book.
I'm not paying $10 for it.
All right, Flash Thompson dies. Spoiler alert.
Usually you say spoiler alert before they say what happened.
Oh, I'm sorry. You've been spoiled alert.
It's comics.
Reads,
Nobody ever dies.
Yeah, it reads really well. It's 80 pages. It's a giant issue. It's one story. It's the culmination as well of the story that Slot's been telling all along. It's worth every penny. The art is fantastic. It's loaded with content. It was a thrill ride. I really enjoyed it, and all the covers have been amazing. I don't think there was a loser in the bunch as far as that goes. The original cover by Ross is great. The Delato, I wasn't spending the money on it, but that's a pretty freaking book. I thought that this is overall the craze about the Red Goblin was a little out of hand. But really good character, really good book. Nice tie up to what he's been doing, and I enjoyed it.
Let me ask you this. Red Goblin or Cosmic Ghost Rider?
Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Cosmic Ghost Rider. He's amazing.
Anything Donny Cates touches these days is amazing.
Yeah. I'll talk about that with my next book.
Mike, what were you going to say?
I don't know. What was I going to say?
Oh, okay, moving on.
Oh, they're talking about Uncanny Kawaka just got the first War Machine for $2. Who's?
Oh my goodness!
Oh my!
That's right, players.
Surprise!
The Great Legend is coming at you live. Finally, the Great Legend has come back to blast it all stash.
We got to restart the whole show. Okay, ready, guys? Reset. Let me put my hat back on.
Man, I got my quote. It's real simple. Where we're going, we don't need roads.
I think everybody knows that.
Back to the Future.
Amen, Mike. Mike, it's Back to the Future, man. Now, I know I'm running a little late to the show and everything, and y'all may already showed your books, but, man, all I got to say is Dave, Drew, Paulie Boy, Mike, Jeremy, a.k.a. Trinity Entertainment, man, congratulations. 100 freaking episodes live. Oh, that's amazing. Congratulations, guys. Y'all are truly amazing. Y'all got some of the best freaking info. Y'all dropping the knowledge. You're telling people about the books, what y'all think about them, whether you want to blast them or you want to stash them. And, man, Dave, it's been a long ride, brother.
It has been long. Dude, freaking
Damn. But I tell you what, man, I got a lot of gray hairs just from doing videos.
Yeah. Yeah.
We saw him. We saw him on Dallas.
Y'all saw him live, man.
Yeah.
And the coolest part was all of us getting together, you know, like we weren't all together, but we were together in spirit. And I just need to meet one of the Blasted team members, and I'm talking Midwest Comic Man.
I'm the best one, so I mean, you know.
But yeah, one of these days that'll happen. Everyone will be back together, and we're gonna be rocking and rolling like we were at Dallas Fan Expo.
I'm going to start a Kickstarter to get Paul an exosuit, so he doesn't have to have any back surgery. Get one of those. What was that Matt Damon movie with
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, that thing. Get him one of those.
I'd settle for one of those loaders from the Aliens movie.
No,
Then we won't be able to get you in and out of buildings.
give one of them
I'll
things.
just walk through the fucking building.
Awesome. Exosuit, man.
That's the brownie talking. So
If Paul shows up at a woman,
Yeah, the brownie is giving me great ideas.
the brownie is motivating, it's innovating, and it's something else fading, whatever it is.
The brownie, they'll do it to you every time.
hey, you need to put that thing down. Looks like you're vaping.
Me? With the bronchitis I have, I shouldn't be doing that.
He's just choking on his chicky pom pom.
I'm not choking on.
At least Drew had the decency to use a brownie. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. So where were we? We were talking about I'm out of books. Paul's out
Amazing
of books.
Spider-Man.
Jeremy's out of books. I think you
I
have
got some books.
a couple books left there. Why don't you go and run through those real quick, Drew?
All right. Well, we'll run through some stuff that I read this week and go quick on it. X-Men Blue, they invert Havoc. He's going to be a good guy now again, and I guess that's cool. So we'll stash that. Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows. Ever since the time jump, I've been asking myself why I'm still buying this. It's terrible. I'm going to blast it. For the Great Legend, I picked up this incredible new Superman variant cover of them singing karaoke. It's kind of racist since they're Asian and singing karaoke, but I dig it. It's super sweet. Saga came out this week. This is kind of a filler issue. I'm going to keep stashing this because it's awesome. Last week, we got this Super Sons variant I picked up. That's a stash on the final issue of Super Sons, not a loser in this run. We will be getting Adventures of Super Sons this summer. And oh my. Get some feedback.
No, that was a brownie. That was a brownie. Move on.
Yeah, sure it was. Sure it was. Was that not OBS? What are you doing over there?
I gotta step out right quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, step out.
Super Sons has been great. We're getting the Adventures of Super Sons, which is going to be untouched by whatever Bendis does with continuity. So that's going to be awesome. We've got Black Panther #1 came out last week. It was okay. Probably not going to pick up #2. Tied for my stash of the week last week. We didn't do a show. It was Black Hammer. This is always great. Age of Doom is the new story arc, and I'm loving that. The art is fantastic. Lemire's spinning quite the tale. But I think what edges that out is Donny Cates' farewell on Doctor Strange, which was amazing. And if anybody read this, you will enjoy it. It's a big Spider-Man issue. There's some real funny stuff in here with Bats the Ghost Dog, who has met the Midnight Suns and the Avengers, and also has met Doctor Strange and lived with him, but he's enamored with the fact that he's being a real superhero like Spider-Man. So that's pretty cool. I love this, and it was absolutely great. Definitely stash on that as well. So couldn't not talk about it. And that's all I got.
Man, those are awesome books. Were those books in Mylar?
Oh, they're all in Mylar, baby.
That's the way to do it. Sorry, Dave.
No. I was just say he always puts $1 books in Mylar because it makes them look like $2 books. That's his logic. But I do want to stop and talk to you real quick, Rob. I know you spent a long time since you've been on the show. Give us an update on what you're continuing to read, what you're continuing to read on your pull list, maybe what you read this week. I've
been doing good on my pull list. My pull list usually is about $20 a month. I'm like Jeremy. I get my books monthly now, so I don't read as much as I used to, but I do still pick up my favorite books. I did finish up a while back. It's been months, but Blue Beetle, I was picking that book up. Still getting new Superman, and that one's coming to an end pretty soon. But I'm about 3 issues back on it. But man, I really love that book. It'll be sad to see it go. And like Drew, I get the Saga. I also get East to West, and I get both Lantern titles. And then a title Oni Press has got called Shadow Roads. So other than that, yeah, man, I just reading. I'm doing some light reading here and there, doing my video game, and then doing my truth stuff and all that, man. Just kind of living the dream, man.
Green Lanterns is ending at 50, isn't it?
At number 50, yeah. Hal Jordan and the Corps in it at 50. So, and I don't know if they're going to keep what they're going to do with Simon and Jessica, but whatever Lantern stuff they have, especially with Hal Jordan, I'll continue to pick up, man. I just love me some Hal Jordan, Good stuff.
Mike had a few more books to show off this week too, didn't you? Or are you done completely?
No, I'm done.
I don't think.
Legend, did you read Bendis' Superman?
No, I didn't. Was that the Action 1000 or just the Superman?
Man of Steel came out this week.
Oh, I have seen the book, but I didn't know or haven't read it or anything. Was it pretty good?
No,
It was good. It was
Oh,
good.
mean,
It was good.
Man. It's too bad.
we're 3-2 on it.
Okay.
So
I will have to read that digitally and find out. But I like Bendis on the all new X-Men. But yeah, you never know. You know, when you come over to the DC, when you come to the good side, you got to bring your A game. You can't. You can do that stuff at Marvel, but if you come to the DC, you better bring your A game, right, Jeremy?
You must be muted.
Oh, I said that's right.
Yeah, he said.
Okay.
I read his list. Well, I know Jeremy. We love our DC, man.
that's okay. Check the market share.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. The only book I didn't read this week was Judge Dredd Under Siege. I didn't read that one. I just didn't get around to it. I almost didn't even read that Dark Home book or whatever. I wish I hadn't. But I think that's it for comic books. Now we jump into Mike's segment if he's ready.
I am ready.
Bless us, Lord Mikey.
Shut your fucking mouth. Oh, man. All right, let's run through this real quick. All right, Thanos fans, Drew. They are re-releasing the original Thanos Funko. I don't know if you've ever seen it, based on the Guardians of the Galaxy. And that's going to be out in September. I think it's the glow-in-the-dark one.
6-inch.
I have it. It's buried, and it is a 6-inch. And that's you could pre-order it now, but it's being released in September.
Is it September? Because when I pre-ordered it on Entertainment Earth, they said June.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
They might have pushed it back, though, because
I'm not always right, so don't listen to me. The next Diamond Collection exclusive is going to be Batgirl, and it actually looks pretty sweet. If you're not familiar with the Diamond Collection, it's the sparkly ones you can find at Hot Topic, like Ursula.
Ooh, so shiny.
Usually they do Disney characters. They recently did Harley Quinn. Next one's going to be Batgirl. Nightmare Before Christmas 25th anniversary figures are on the way. Carmen Sandiego pops are on the way. They're coming in July.
Where are they, Mike?
Huh?
Where are they?
I don't know. Where are they?
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
I know a GameStop's getting an exclusive. How about that? Catren says, I'm going to need that Batgirl. Yeah, it looks pretty good. What else? I know, speaking of Catren, she was wearing a Spyro the Dragon t-shirt on one of her recent videos. Spyro and Sparks Pops are getting a September release. My Hero Academia, that's an August release. I'm not no clue what the show is about, but they look pretty cool.
Check it out. It's a good show.
Is it a good show?
It is. It's like Japanese X-Men.
Oh, really? Yeah, the Pops they're releasing look pretty cool, so I might have to check that out. The old cartoon Gargoyles, those Pops will be out in July.
That was a good cartoon.
Excuse me. Yeah, it was. They're going to have like stone variants of some of them too. So, oh man,
he's becoming verklempt talking about Funkos. I guess so. He lost his train of thought completely.
You say stone variants?
I think he just had a stroke.
Jesus.
Look at Drew thinking about stone.
Remember the gargoyles? Remember gargoyles? I think was they turned to stone.
They turned to stone. Yeah.
Okay.
They did turn to stone. You're right.
During the daytime, I love that show.
Yep, a bunch of
Had
those
a comic
coming
book.
out.
Hey, Dave got the old school comic right there.
Yep. Just picked it up the other day.
Awesome.
Rumor is we're getting Brady Bunch Pops.
Really?
Oh my goodness.
Marsha. Really?
I hope they do one with her broken nose. That would be amazing.
That's probably a
That's
Hot
the
Topic
chick.
exclusive.
And I don't know how true this is, but Pokemon Pops are coming. I mean, they could do so much with that. Who's a fan of Pan's Labyrinth?
Who's a fan of Fans Labyrinth?
I'm a fan of her Labyrinth. What?
What?
Oh my lord!
I like fan.
Yeah,
I like Pan's Labyrinth.
Pan's
cool.
Labyrinth is an amazing movie. It's subtitled, but it's fucking amazing. We got Fauno, I think is Fawn, and the Pale Mane Pop's coming, and Fawn Dorb as well. I Love Lucy Pops will be out in August, and that is all I got. In the past 2 weeks, I have picked up 10 more Funkos, bringing my grand total to 743.
Whoa.
Let's see. First off, yep, 743 of these bitches.
That's awesome.
From the Cuphead video game, I've actually never played this game, but this pop. Let me turn my camera off.
Oh, that one's awesome looking.
Oh, there he is.
Amazing. And he's, I don't know if you can see, he's standing on poker chips here.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
that game is hard as hell.
I heard. That's why I haven't touched it yet. Picked this one up from the antique store. This is the Hot Topic exclusive Hades from Hercules.
Cool.
So I want that red one. They got a red one. I think that might be the chase. Picked up the White Hand of Sauron, Lurtz from Lord of the Rings. Speaking of Diamond exclusives, the Hot Topic Maleficent.
Oh, Diamond. That's cool.
I think my daughter has that one.
Let's see. I think Paul got this one recently. Gwenum.
Yes, I did.
That one's incredible.
Did you pick up any DC pops?
No.
Poor old DC. We need some Chinese Superman pops in here.
From Destiny. No.
Ooh, that looks cool.
I don't know if anybody plays Destiny.
Chinese Superman pops.
But this pop is amazing looking. So I grabbed it. It's heavy too. Moving right along from X-Men, Negasonic Teenage Warhead. You all know her from the Deadpool movie. Domino.
I'm a little upset that they didn't do movie Domino if it's a movie pop. You know what I mean?
With the afro.
Yeah.
Who that's in here?
Really?
What's up, Who
Who that's up in here?
Hey,
Undisputed Frost is in the room.
I picked up the Hot Topic exclusive Alice Cooper with him in the straight jacket.
That's a cool pop.
Jeez, man, how many did you get?
I told you 10.
Pay attention.
I was eating Chinese. Relax. That wasn't no Superman.
Last, but
Our
definitely
fearless
the 6-inch tree beard from Lord of the Rings.
You did a little manscaping on your tree beard there, okay?
Whoa.
Like you told me you like that shit in Dallas.
Oh my goodness.
We didn't even share a room.
What's that
SS Comic
supposed to
Reader
mean?
says Mike ain't got no money for comics, but he's still buying pops. What's up with that?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm proud, man.
Don't judge me.
He goes over to Dundalk in Maryland and sells himself.
To support my heroin habit.
I get that.
I only picked up. Well, actually, I didn't pick up. My wife picked it up for me. She went to Walmart and she found Mad Max: The Blood Bag, Walmart exclusive.
Oh, I need that fucking thing.
You need this?
Son of
They have like 10 of them there.
743. You don't have it?
No.
You need this one, Mike?
You might as well count it as 744 because he's gonna get it.
If they got one there, I'll grab one for you, Mike. Okay, how about that?
Okay.
That's the only Funko or toy related stuff that I got this week. Drew, how about you? Any toy related stuff this week?
No, man, I did not pick up any toys at all this week.
One of the best parts of my new job is at Kroger is they sell toys. So they have Legends figures. And
I'm gonna need you on that Legends game, brother. I'm telling you right now.
You get decent discounts too at Kroger, don't you?
yeah.
Yeah, see? Well, Mike might have to look us all up. Jeremy, I don't know if you're still there. Do you pick up any Funkos or anything? Have you recently?
The only Funko I bought was, I don't even have it right here. It was the Georgie with the boat. I didn't get to chase those.
Georgie.
Hey, Georgie, want your boat back?
The balloon Georgie.
I know
Got all
that
sorts of colors down here.
Paul picked up some because he was talking about Toys R Us, saying, "Hey, you can get everything there."
They're in their last month, and they're finally dropped them down to 50% off, and they're cleaning out the warehouse, so new stuff every day. Went down there today, and what did I get? I got Raven from Teen Titans Go.
I have about 4 of them bitches. There's like 18 different
Yeah,
colors.
they have all the different colors. And I got Blackfire from Teen Titans Go.
That's cool. It's like my kid's favorite cartoon.
Yeah. Jinx.
Got that one, yep.
And then the one that I was, everybody knows I love Deathstroke, so got the Rose Wilson one.
Oh, that's cool.
And then the one that pissed Mikey off, I got the fall convention exclusive Lion-O and Mumra set.
What the hell company is that?
That's Funko.
It's a different. It's not a pop. So it's a vinyl.
It's
one of their newer
vinyl.
lines. I think that's one of their newer lines, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's what I picked up today, and I'll probably be checking them out over the next couple weeks. I think they got about 3 more weeks left before they close this one. So
I'm gonna have to go by there tomorrow and check it out and see if they have anything else.
yeah, Funko said his was at 20% forever, and that's what mine was at. And I was like, they're not serious about getting rid of this stuff yet.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, ours went to 30, and it's at 50 now on a lot of things. It's still 20 on Legos. But like Marvel Legends, they all marked them down to 50, and the only thing they have left is like the Lady Beetles from a couple waves ago. There's like 4,000 of them.
I looked at the Marvel Legends. The only ones they had at mine was one of the ones from Doctor Strange, and they had about 18,000 of the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
What about you, Rob?
Only one pop that I'm waiting for. I used to think having like 70 pops was a lot, and then Mike got 743. I was like, oh no, but the only pop I'm looking for, and I think it was Jeremy that told me about this pop, was Popeye the Sailor. Got that Popeye pop. So I'm going to try to get about 6 of those. And then Mezco Toys is coming out with this figure that is a Popeye figure that's like more of a realistic one. And I think that's coming out in like 2019, but I pre-ordered 2 of those. So that's going to be freaking awesome.
Do you get the previews book at all, Rob?
No.
So I don't know if you, I know you're a big Shazam fan. Is that the Shazam Black Adam double pack, the DC Essentials that's coming out? I mean, as soon as I saw that, I go, oh, there's Rob's stuff right there. So,
all right. Well, thank you so much, brother, because I'm writing that down, man. Because I will put that on my shelf. DC Essentials double pack.
Yeah, it says it's $45. It says it's January 19th, so it's still a ways out. Oh, that's blue confetti
like in the covers said he's waiting for Tom and Jerry pops. You know they got to make that.
That's pop culture right there, old Tom and Jerry.
Yeah. I hope they're in the same pack too. Have a normal size, Tom, and then Jerry, just a bit smaller.
Well, what if they do a triple pack and they have Tom, Jerry, and then just those that woman's feet,
the legs.
Yeah, the legs and the feet.
With the slippers and the house coat.
Yeah.
The bulldog. What was his name?
Spike.
Yeah. So Tom, Jerry, and Spike.
Yeah, that would be a good triple pack right there. Awesome.
But wasn't there a little dog too that was Spike?
Yeah, the little
his son.
Yeah.
That's right. His son. That's right.
That's a miniature version,
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, we didn't talk to Jeremy about it, but I didn't know if he had anything for Jeremy's superhero cinema tonight or any news at all. Did you even come prepared?
I have a few things we talked about on our show on Friday.
Yeah, go ahead. Kick him in here.
Let's see here. Did any? Of course, everybody saw Jamie Foxx's Spawn. We'll get thoughts on that.
I think, I mean, he's good at, it doesn't really matter. How old is Jamie Foxx? 46, 47, right around there, probably.
He's right around my age, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, really age doesn't mean much of a difference anymore in superhero movies. I mean, they can make him do anything they want. He's a good actor.
Robert Downey Jr. is like 70, you know.
He's not 70. He's 50 now.
He's got nanobots.
Yeah, I think it's a good casting. I didn't like him very much as Electro and Spider-Man, but hopefully they might do a little better with this. But I also heard that Spawn's not going to really be part of the Spawn movie. It's mainly going to be about the two detectives, and Spawn's going to be kind of in the shadows. I don't know.
I think it's going to be more about Al Simmons, really. And from what I understand, Jamie Foxx actually went to McFarlane like years ago and told him if he ever wanted to, like, he's like a really big Spawn fan, apparently. Told him that if he ever decided to resurrect the character for a movie, that he was down. He wanted to do it. So it's like I kind of got the gist that it was like a Ryan Reynolds thing with Deadpool, like how bad he wanted to do Deadpool, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, and look how that turned out. So, I'm keeping my that kind of worries me though, having a Spawn movie not in Spawn not be in it. I mean, maybe he'll be like the way I kind of understand.
Yeah.
In the shadows or something like that, you know, it could be more of a horror type, you know, kind of thing. I don't really know how they're going to go with it. I'm down for it. Blumhouse kills it on movies lately. So
I liked old Michael J. White. Remember doing Spawn, the original. He was pretty good.
I think it's kind of like a Green Lantern thing. The Ryan Reynolds, they want to stay as far away from that as they can.
Yeah.
I tried to watch that Spawn movie again recently, and it's like, the special effects are so horrible in that. And it's hard to get past that.
The only thing I remember about that movie was John Leguizamo.
Yeah.
This movie they're making for $20 million after you pay Jamie Foxx, the effects will probably be about on the par with the Spawn movie from.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a passion project for him that he takes minimum payment. You know what I'm saying?
Or takes a percentage of profit.
He'll take scale or whatever for it, but still, I mean, $20 million that's like a 10-second effect in most movies.
Well, Jamie Foxx is one hell of an actor.
Yeah.
This movie is not going to showcase his talents properly. It's being directed by a first-time director, and Todd McFarlane. It's a passion project for Todd. This script that he's been talking about this thing for 10 years at least. This Spawn movie without Spawn in it. It's basically supposed to be a Sam and Twitch movie without Sam or Twitch having their names dropped. I hope it's good. I hope I'm wrong. I do not see it. I think a low budget Spawn movie when they're teaming up with Blumhouse, which is known for pumping out low budget horror, which, you know, they're good at what they do. But if we're expecting a great comic book movie out of this, I don't think we're going to get it. So
my biggest fear is the last time we had a comic book creator as a first time director, we've got The Spirit.
Which is fantastic if you want to laugh at something because of how terrible it is.
That's like a film that's made for Mystery Science Theater 3000. I mean,
if you want to watch Samuel L. Jackson in a Nazi uniform, go for it.
The only thing that I can kind of think of is that they're going to be doing it. It will be a comic book movie on the side. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't. They're not. I don't think they're really depending on it being a comic book movie. You know, and making comic book movie type numbers. I don't know though.
Well, here's my thing: is I don't understand who this movie is for besides Todd McFarlane. He wants to cash in on Spawn. The thing he doesn't realize is that we all know who Spawn is, but if you go and you talk to kids today, 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, they don't know who the hell Spawn is. If you talk to comic book retailers, they're going to tell you that Spawn is not a high-selling title for them. It's the same people who have been getting it forever that are still getting it. And if you're doing a Spawn movie and you want to cash in on the audience that you already have, you need to do a big Spawn movie. You need to do Malboja. You need to do Clown. You need to do The Alley. You need to do Al Simmons' Fall from Grace initially. If you want to do something more than that, sure, of course, go do more than that. But I think that if you're going to focus on Spawn as like an entity or a feeling around a detective story produced by a B horror movie studio, directed by a first-time director who's putting up most of his own money for this project, it's not going to turn out great. And sure, Jamie Foxx is a big Spawn fan, and he's taken the opportunity to be Spawn because the last time Jamie Foxx was a big fan of Spider-Man, and he put himself in that situation, it didn't work out for him. So he's grasping for his last chance to have some of this comic book movies like stardom. He wants to be in that zeitgeist, I believe, and that's why he's doing it. And you can't blame the guy for trying. You can't blame Todd for wanting to cash in on his creation. I think it's all a recipe for disaster. But that's just my take.
I think it'll be better than Annie.
At least I hope the musical numbers will be.
Yeah.
It's a hard knock life, brother.
Yeah.
I got two more we can
Okay.
talk about. What do y'all think about Penguin potentially being the villain in the Batman movie or Birds of Prey, and the potential if it is the Batman movie with Andy Serkis playing the Penguin?
Oh, Andy Serkis?
Because he's in like every Matt Reeves film, ain't he?
Well, he did the Apes movies.
I mean,
That. But
Andy Serkis, I think he's a pretty good actor. I actually,
He's the best part of Black Panther.
yeah, I loved his Claw, dude. I mean, that was the best part of the movie. I could see him maybe pulling it off, but I don't know. Just not his wheelhouse, I don't think. But
Do we know who's playing Batman yet?
well, Jake Gyllenhaal's not. So, and last I heard, Ben Affleck is.
Affleck, they still want him to do it?
Ben Affleck still wants to do it. He's the one that from what I read, killed the whole Jake Gyllenhaal thing.
He's also the one who killed the whole Justice League thing.
oh no! Shots fired! Shots fired!
He was the only good part of BVS, and he was the worst part of Justice League.
Hey, don't
How
worry.
does that happen?
Once the Shazam movie comes, it's going to save the whole
Oh my
UC
goodness!
universe.
Ronald McDonald.
I'm not going to hurt your feelings by weighing in on that one.
Oh, I just can't wait though. I love me some Shazam, and I'm excited for that. But my Matt Serkis, I like old Andy Serkis. I mean, I love those Planet of the Apes movies. That was my favorite. They're not Back to the Future like trilogy quality, but Apes trilogy, they're pretty good.
Better than the Wahlberg.
Oh, you amen to that. I don't like that Wahlberg movie. That Tim Burton. Woo.
I bought that on Blu-ray.
That was another passion project for someone.
You know what though? I really enjoyed the production
Hey,
design on that. If you get like the art book, the coffee table book of the production design of Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes, it looks like that movie is going to be really, really good. It just sucks that it wasn't.
Yeah.
Catherine said, let's not fight on the anniversary episode.
That's what we got to do in the anniversary episode.
Hell yeah.
Bigger and better. Okay.
Says Zachary Levi is just another DCCU bad decision. You're dead wrong.
So I was going to ask Rob that, being again the huge Shazam fan that you are, and the photos have been leaked out from Zachary Levi's Shazam. What is your take on that, and how do you feel going forward?
Those photos, let me tell you something. Like, this is kind of crazy to me. Like, my vision of this movie, if they do it right, it like I think Zachary Levi said it was going to be kind of like the movie Big, where he, the little kids in the Tom Hanks body or whatever, and getting used to all that stuff, and do that the original feeling of the kids in the 1940s when they read that book, when little Billy said the word Shazam, that put those kids that read that book into that superhero, Captain Marvel. And like, man, when I saw the set photos and everything of that, at first the costume is of the Justice League War animated style. That's what the costume looks like. But when you look at the guy, his muscles are kind of like, it looks exactly like some CC Beck auto binder goodness from the 40s. And like a lot of people are like, oh my God, what the hell happened? But you got to figure, like, in post-production, once they add all the lightning and the special effects around him, and the first time you see that character take that freaking hood off and it's that Zachary Levi under the hood, man, it's gonna be great. Well, I hope it is. You know, I'm just a big fanboy of it anyway, but I really think the costume itself, even when there's no lightning going on or whatnot, it looks pretty cool to me. I mean, it's a throwback. I mean, it's something that if you know, I know we're not in the 1950s or in the old days or whatever, but what did people think about, you know, as a kid, what did people think about watching old Christopher Reeves Superman, you know, that costume, or maybe a kid growing up in the 50s looking at George Reeves, that costume, or the previous serials of Superman, or the guy that was in the serials for you know, Captain Marvel. So it really depends on how you look at the character yourself. You know, if you over critique, you may you know, you may miss what it's inspired to do. It's going to make people feel good. I think that movie's just, hopefully, I don't think, you know, being a kid thing, I don't think it's going to be a dark movie or anything, but I think everyone will smile when they get done watching it. And I hope to be, I think it'll be a real good movie for little kids to see too.
I think that it has the potential, if they lean into the comedy,
yeah,
to be a lot of fun.
Make it fun.
I just think that I'm not a huge fan of the Shazam character, the Captain. There's only one Captain Marvel in my mind, and his name's Marvel. He's a Kree warrior. So that
shut your horror mouth.
But like, if you were a fan of Injustice and you know you like to play as, you know, Shazam, you're not going to enjoy this movie. That's not who this movie is for. And I think that it's been so long since Shazam has really had the opportunity to be that original Fawcett Captain Marvel, that it's just, I don't know who this movie, again, I don't know who this movie is for. I think market it right. It could be a great family film. And I think that that's probably what they're going to end up doing. But I know how you DC movie lovers don't like when they lean into comedy and comic book movies, and I think that that's exactly what they need to do if they want Zachary Levi as Shazam to really succeed.
I agree with you there. They got to have that. They got to move away from trying to be serious. I mean, it's got to be fun. It's got to be, and you got to make it fun for kids and just whole families. What do you think, Jeremy?
I think he's dead wrong with saying DC fans don't like the comedy. If the character calls for comedy, the comedy's right. But don't make Batman a fanboy over Superman just to put comedy in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Batman just needs to be a dark character. That's why Batman worked so good in Batman vs Superman, because Zack Snyder understood Batman as a dark character. He didn't make him crack jokes. He made him fight and do what he does. And Joss Whedon came in and ruined Justice League. That's why the way it was. You can go back and look at the from when Zack Snyder was at the helm, at the way they shifted the whole color palette and everything. I mean, the Shazam that calls for the humor. That's where that needs to be. Like Spider-Man needs to have humor. You know, you don't. Wolverine necessarily, he doesn't need the humor, so that's why there hadn't been humor in his movies. But just because we're DC fans, it doesn't mean we don't like humor.
Okay, so I know you had one more story to go through, but being Sunday night, people got to get to work tomorrow morning early. We're going to go in and wrap up the news part. Not me. I have tomorrow off.
Fuck you. I got to be up in 5 hours.
So I think we need to announce something, Mike.
We do. What are we announcing?
You're the one on top of this. I gave you the reins on this. You're taking this.
We're announcing that you're now gainfully employed.
Yes, we're announcing.
You got pops for sale. Post them.
So wait, Mike is going to my phone contest.
Well. we want to get back to you guys. Are you done?
Me?
Just hurry before Zod.
Have you started?
All right, so we're gonna hold the blasted or stash it. Would you rather contest? Of course, you guys have to make a video, and all this will be on the Facebook page. If you don't have a pencil with you to write all this down, and I'll probably make a video tomorrow or something going over this stuff again. All right, 18 and up. Subscribe to us and the channel, which a lot of you guys are. Make a video, and there's some questions. We're gonna make it the last contest. Dave made it all hard and shit. You had to draw.
Don't throw me under the bus on that. That was a group decision. We thought, yeah, that'd be cool.
I hear that bus rolling and rolling over something.
We had like two entries.
I have my Huey guy up on the wall in my room.
I have it, but anyway, Cat Ran actually won that contest. So here are the questions you have to answer. All right, you got your pencils ready, your crayons. You guys
I got the big crayons. I got big hands.
Are you
gonna write? You guys could write it down too. So, would you rather read only Marvel or DC for the rest of your life? You could only pick one, and why?
Easy.
I'm not asking you, Drew.
I can't enter?
No, not right now.
Next time you guys share a room, you could enter.
As long as I ask permission, it's all right.
Consent.
Would you rather... Shut up, Dave.
Yeah, shut up about your consent.
Would you rather read a book with bad art and a good story, or good art and a bad story? Y'all got that? All right. Next one.
Would you rather read what now? A good art and a bad story, or bad art?
Would you rather the art be good or the story be good? What's more important?
Yeah, what's more important to you? Thank you, Drew. Would you rather live in Gotham City or Metropolis? And why, of course. Next one is, would you rather have all of Tony Stark's tech or everything in the Batcave? And next one is my favorite one. Would you rather, and this is the last one. Would you rather spend one day with Dave and Drew or Paul and myself, and why?
Easy.
So we're going to let this contest go on. I didn't get Dave's approval for this till July 7th, and then announce the winners on July 8th. What's different about this one is last contest we had just one winner, and they got, I can see a little arrow on Spider-Gram, but it looks like it's going up his nose. That's the cocaine. Never mind. Last time we just had one winner, and they got a box from each of us. This time we're going to do 4 winners.
4 winners?
Four fucking winners.
But not 4. They don't each get 4 boxes, though.
What?
But they each don't get 4 boxes, though.
I thought we were going to do a box to each person.
Yes, that's correct. But not 4 boxes to each person.
Oh, no. 1 box to each winner, but you ain't going to know who you're getting it from. So that's the catch on that. It'll be a mystery. 4 fucking winners, Jock, yo. 4 wieners. You might get 4 wieners in the box, Ross.
You might. There were 2 wieners in Texas.
So,
if somebody gets 4 wieners, I know where that box comes from.
Who? You got to let that out now. Who do you think the 4 wiener box would come from?
The 4 wiener box is coming from Virginia. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I will send at most.
And if I have to send a box to someone and I find out they didn't vote for me and Mikey, you're going to get the shittiest fucking comics on the planet.
Here comes a fresh run of damage.
Don, the comic book junkie, asked who won last time. Cat Ren actually won last time. She got a box from each of us, and yeah.
surprised Drew didn't say a fresh run of Doomsday Clock.
No, I wouldn't do that to anybody.
Well, plus the run's not going to finish until sometime about 2082.
Yeah.
2082.
Don't be answering these questions in the chat. You could go make some freaking videos. Spread the word.
Okay, so again, when does this end, Mike?
Right now, July 7th.
Okay.
And we'll announce it. We'll pick the winners on the 8th.
Okay.
It should be a Sunday.
Okay.
I'll wait till Mike does a video and then write the stuff down that I got to do, and I'll make an entry for you guys. You fellas. We say in Mississippi.
I did like the drawings last time. I thought some of them were pretty funny. I liked yours, Mike.
Yeah.
I go back and watch that episode once in a while with you explaining the drawing. That kills me still.
Oh, man. I can't.
Especially with Jeremy buzzing up laughing in the background. So I think with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. You know, like who's that artist thing? Wrap it up. I'll take it. Wrap, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Drew.
Isn't that ZZ Top?
No, it's not ZZ Top. Same guy says Addicted to Love and those guys, I think.
Splash Pay said he'll do a video if you pay me.
Wrap it up to ZZ Top.
No, it's not.
I'm
I tell you,
looking it up.
no. Hey, stop, Drew.
Do not cut off the stream. I'm looking it up.
Jeremy, thanks for coming back tonight. Do you have any last minute shout outs before we roll out of here?
Me? Yeah, I want to shout out our new show with Reviews from the Batcave. We don't have a name for it yet, so if y'all are giving out names, give us some ideas or something. But shout out to everybody. Thank y'all for having me back on, man. I really had a blast. Actually, I actually had a stash. But shout out to the great legend. I know he's had some tough times lately, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'll do it like I used to. I know Alex Comic Quarter used to like this. And Trinity Winfrey is subs for everybody. Sub everybody up in the chat. Midwest Comic Ball and Chain. You ain't even got a channel, and you getting subbed up. So
that's right.
Thumbs up for everybody, man.
She's got popped though.
Sub her up, she'll hit you with the chunkla if you don't.
Paul, you're up. What's up?
As always, thank everybody in the chat for showing up. I know I think my first episode was number 6, and some of the people that are still showing up now are showing up then. I mean, that's kind of awesome. You guys make this fun, and that's why we keep doing it. And
of course, Rob, the great legend, coming in here. Thank you for stopping in. You're a little late, but thank you for jumping in anyhow, catching that link. Last minute shout out for you.
Man, just shout outs to everybody. Thank y'all so much. Y'all know every Sunday night you get some Blasted, you get some Stash It. You get to see what books were the best, what books were the crappiest with these 4 guys here, man. So make sure every Sunday night you know where it is. Also, again, like Jeremy said, Reviews from the Batcave's got a cool show on Friday nights, you know. So if y'all want to see old Chad and Rich and a lot of folks, go tune in over on Friday night on Reviews from the Batcave. And then, check me out on the Great Legend Show. I'm always coming at you live. You never know when. So make sure you subscribe, hit the little bell, and I'll give you a yell. Your phone will be on, and the legend goes all night long, baby. That's it.
He's quite the wordsmith. I wish I could do that.
That's why it takes him an hour to open one book.
One box of comics. That's right. It takes an hour.
Oh, you, Mike.
I have no shout-outs. I hate everybody.
Yeah, you do. You would.
Classic.
Everyone in the chat, y'all brought us to this point, 100 subs, and I guess we will see you at 200, maybe. I'm getting to not like these guys anymore, so.
Yeah.
No.
Drew, now that you've finished looking up your stuff, any shout-outs?
Wait. Let me do my shout-outs here. Shout-out to everybody in the chat, but most definitely a shout-out to the Fabulous Thunderbirds, that band I always said wrote that song, Wrap It Up.
Okay.
I said it from the beginning, the Fabulous Thunderbirds.
Drew's been with us for the past 15, 20 episodes. This is his last episode tonight. He'll not be back on. No. So that ain't true. That's all you got?
No. Shout outs to everybody in the chat. Definitely good to see everybody. A lot of folks that I haven't seen in the chat a lot lately decided to stop in for episode 100. Good to see y'all. Shout out to Monty, first one in the chat I think today, and still hanging out. Definitely shout outs to Jeremy. Good to see you back on the panel, my friend. Shout out to the great legend as well. Good to see you back on the panel, my friend. I have a lot of fun doing this with you guys. Have a lot of fun chatting with you guys in the chat as well. It's an honor and a privilege to hang out and be on the 100th episode of something. You know, that's a milestone. I'm happy to be a part of this, guys. And shout out to all of you. And come get at me on State of Decay. Let's save the world from the zombie plague. If you're on Xbox,
I'll see if I download it tonight. If you're not too vegged out on the couch,
brother, I'm in the perfect mood for some State of Decay.
Y'all didn't need games with gold this month.
It's I don't know if it's Game with Gold. I think State of Decay is State of Decay 2 is the one I've been playing. It's free on Game Pass.
Yeah, Game Pass.
Gotta get that Game Pass. Gotta get my Game
Pass. So our channel actually has a few new subs. David TC78. Scrolling down here. Richter's Reviews. Lewis Fair III. And I know I have a couple more on my personal channel as well. Teen Wolf Fan 99. That's another one. Definitely thank you everybody who comes here and watches this every night. I can't believe it's been 100 episodes. Just over 2 years we've been doing this crap. I think
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years, man. You know, it's 52 weeks in a year, right, Mike? You know that, right? Simple math. So I think I've got quite a bit more gray hair since I've started, but it's definitely been fun, and I look forward to 100 more and thousands of more dollars spent on comic books. So whether you blast it or whether you stash it, happy reading, and thanks everybody for coming out for our 100th episode. Later, guys.
Hi, Joe.
I'll buy those comics from you for $1.
Hi, everybody.
$2. I'll put them in Mylar.
Yeah,
hey, man. No, I'll buy them for $1. Put them in Mylar. Sell them for $2.
Yeah. Okay. Later, guys.